So I remember on since then, since that first birthday, it's been difficult to know how to honor him. Mostly, I try to avoid being here. I don't know why. I'll take time with my mom in some way. I'll do something with her. Maybe we'll travel together. One of his birthdays, we took a cruise. We left that day on the cruise. One of his birthdays, since the crash, I went on a road trip with a friend. This coming up birthday, I'm going to take a road trip with a friend the next day. I'm with my parents the day of. And so for his 13th birthday, we had been in court that year, so September 21st, 2017. We were in court earlier that year, in February, and we had told my dad, 13 was hard for him because although my dad had his brain injury, he knew that this would be the year he would be teaching Alon to read the Torah, and he would be in Israel or wherever, having his bar mitzvah. So he actually told the dad, and I have now been proven right, that there are no Jews in Dodge County, and maybe not a thing to bring up in court. I've gotten to know Judge Fitzinger a little bit better since then, and I want to say probably it wouldn't have mattered to him, but my dad did start to talk about it a little bit on the stand, and he just couldn't take it. He broke down, and we had to escort him off the stand, and it was just, those little milestones. So for me, 10 was really hard for me because I knew Alon was like double digits. This is going to be so cool, and he was getting his GoPro. 12 was hard for me because in my mind, when I was a kid, 12 was the age that I thought, oh, this is great. I'm going to be so cool. 12 is like when you have this sense of like freedom, like I'm going to start riding dirt bikes, and I don't know where my brain was, but I thought 12 was the coolest thing. 13 was difficult because of the bar mitzvah, but on 13 we went to a school 2 days before, and they dedicated his cove with a new sign. So his school, there's so many kids there that never knew him, but they have a little nook inside the school with his picture and a plaque and a place where you can write notes, and then they have the cove outside. So his memory will always be touching these kids. 14 is tough for me because he would have been in high school now, and I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what he would be doing. It's so weird to think about it. In my mind, he's still that 9-year-old little boy that was on that cusp of being a teenager, but not quite. So this would have been a difficult one for him. The last thing I want to say about birthdays is that on his birthday, what would have been his 10th birthday, the day of the memorial, I had been sort of just racked with guilt, and I'll talk about that in the future, but racked with guilt about what could I have done? How did I lead us to this day, this time, this place? At the end of the day, I did not kill my child. I know this, but for those of you who've been through this, and sadly I have a lot of friends who have, you're always plagued with those questions. So recently, I revisited those questions when I met with the medical examiner of Dodge County and looked at the report with him and talked to him about this. But on the day of the crash, and I've talked to the investigators about this a lot. Like, I remembered a lot. I remember every step up to the time I lost consciousness. And it was really important to me that Alon didn't know what was happening. I remember saying either in my head or out loud, oh my God, he's not stopping. In my mind, I can't even tell you if I said that out loud or not. But I've been going back and back and back and back as I slowly forgive myself over these years about, did he turn around? Did he? No. Was it instant for him? And I have been told over and over and over again, no, this is where the injuries were. This is what was happening. But on his birthday, on September 21st, 2014, one of the investigators did reach out to me and say, look, I've looked at the autopsy protocol. He didn't turn around. He didn't know. And it's a small gift. You know, at the end of the day, you have to rack up the gifts you're given. But it was a gift. It was a gift. I just needed to know that he retained that innocence that any boy should have at 9, I suppose. So, thanks for watching. I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube channel. I'll come back and meet with you here again next week, Tuesday at 10.